So it's been an official week since next gen has started, and YouTube has just been blowing up with fanboy content, bro. I'm talking about PlayStation, Xbox, I don't know, PC fans in the mix talking about, hey, these consoles trash. Like, bruh, like next gen has been going great. I know a whole lot of people on the internet. Nobody know if everybody's story is true or not. It's on the internet. You can't believe everybody. But people have been having problems. Consoles been overheating on PlayStation side. Xbox consoles can't connect to the internet or some shit. I don't know. They've been having fan problems, disk drive problems. Who knows? People was blowing vape smoke in the Xbox like stories. Nobody know if everything is true, but yeah, the fanboy content definitely boosted up this week because I've been watching videos. They've been getting recommended to me actually. It's Xbox, PlayStation fanboys arguing online, sneak dissing each other in videos. It's funny to see that type of stuff, but they got big viewing, so like they can sneak diss each other and get views from everybody. Like I even tuned in. I just wanted to see what the hell they was talking about, and all of this stemmed from some digital Foundry videos. I'm like, oh, all right, some tech niggas. Let's see what they talking about. And of course, Digital Foundry, they just doing what they do. They review tech, they review games, I think. But yeah, they show like, hey, technology in games. They try to like inform people on what they do and how they run. And I'm like, yeah, they got some good videos. And these videos are like comparing the Xbox One X, I mean the Series X to the PlayStation 5. And they found this definitely sparked console war because the Xbox Series X version of games is not running as good as the PlayStation 5 version of games, and they kind of confused why. Even Digital Foundry was like, yeah, it's confusing to see because it shouldn't be having these problems. Something's going on. They like, hey, developers, they telling developers, hey, I need to fix this because it shouldn't be running like that. Because yeah, the PlayStation 5 version is not running like that. And the Xbox is definitely more capable, but it's not looking capable when the games come out. And yeah, I watched the videos. I watched like 2 or 3 Digital Foundry videos talking about this. And yeah, PlayStation fans, they saw the findings in like 2 or 3 videos. They grabbed all that shit and they ran with it fast. I'm talking about they dropped video after video how Xbox Series X 12 teraflops of garbage. I'm talking about videos going crazy, bro. PlayStation fans is up right now. And you see Xbox fanboys out here defending it like, oh, developers just incompetent. They just don't know how to use the power. And it's like Digital Foundry even say like, hey, there were some glitches that's like causing this stuff. They talk to developers about it. Like, it's understandable that games can't be the best, especially during coronavirus era. But people, they fanboys gonna find a way to argue. And yeah, I got Xbox stuff. Not an Xbox fanboy though. I just bought a product that saves me the most money in the long run. Xbox just so happened to be that system, and that's what I buy. But yeah, game's not running as well. And I watched the Assassin's Creed one. And the Digital Foundry Assassin's Creed, I'm like, yeah, everything's looking the same, but it's not running the same. And I was like, yeah, I noticed that too. Because I seen like footage of people playing Assassin's Creed, cross-platform games, cross-platform titles, yeah. People, they compare and contrast those, and they was loading faster on the Xbox, and then they were running better on the PlayStation. Like, it was crazy. Like, the Digital Foundry found that, hey, the PlayStation 1 is just better. But then, like, I'll be playing it. I upload it on my channel. Yeah, I've seen it. And for some reason, when I play it, sometimes, like, audio bugs out, like y'all seen in the videos. Or, like, it'll like stutter and jagged from, like, going from bird's eye view back to playing the game. But then, like, I streamed it the other day, and I started a whole new game and just streamed it from the beginning. and it was a perfect seamless game. But then when I go back to the save where I record on, it's it's like buggy and shit. I'm like, why is it like that? Like it's unexplainable. But the only thing I can think of is that I started the game on the Xbox One X, and then I just ported it to the Series X, and that's how I've been playing that save data. But the new save data is on Xbox Series X only, and it's running flawlessly. Like it haven't staggered or anything for me, not once. And I'm like, could it be the cross-gen saves just breaking the Xbox One? I don't know. I'm not an expert. I can't really tell you, but that's what I'm seeing. And it could be the case because the Dirt 5 one, yeah, the Xbox Series X version and the Xbox Series S version was like running the same graphical settings for like performance mode or something. And they was like, yeah, well, the PlayStation 5 one is running different graphic settings on 120 frames, but the Xbox One version got it cut. Is running the Series S version. They're like, yeah, that's a definite like glitch in the system somewhere. And yeah, I think it's definitely like versions of games are being ported wrong. I can't say ported wrong. It's just like being read wrong by the system. Because PlayStation only get one port. They get one game. And then the PlayStation 4 gets a game. But on Xbox, there's like one game, but multiple systems of games. Kind of like how PC work. And people know how PC go. PC has had so many bad ports because of configurations. And now Xbox has fallen into that same category. Because how multi-step their plan is for the generation, and people are seeing it. And then Digital Foundry was talking about VRR, which is variable refresh rate, and it fixes all the problems. And yeah, it does fix all the problems. You won't see any of that. PlayStation don't even have VRR, so they shit either has to run good or it's going to run bad. Xbox, they have like fail safes, but they like developers shouldn't be using those fail safes. But I think they do that on PC as well. That's why PC ports always are trash for a long time. And I'm like, Xbox do have experimental technology in it. Just like PC is about to have that technology eventually. When AMD, boost everything up, DirectX 12 and all this stuff. And developers have to learn this technology first. And PlayStation's still running the PlayStation 4 Pro technology with some boost on it. And I'm like, damn. Developers are going to have an easy time making PlayStation 5 games because the Xbox is so different now. They have to relearn how to do things, even though it's almost the same. And it's definitely showing right now that none of these games were ready for the next generation, technically. Even though they're next-gen games, even though they're cross-gen games. But they're not built for the tech that Xbox got, and none of them are running right. So yeah, that's it. PlayStation is winning next generation. There's not there's not much else you can say. You could try to throw all the blame on developers and all that, but it's definitely the time and the age, and technology just not running right. They can't really force it. They have to learn, and they take time. So maybe in a year or so, Xbox games will be performing to the delta everybody see it should run. But right now, it's a game of balance, and the PlayStation 5 has more balance. The Xbox is packing a whole lot of stuff people ain't never heard before. And developers are like, all right, we got to develop this for a fucking console now. And most of it is not using it. Like 90%, I think all 100% of the next gen games on Xbox not running like velocity architecture. They're not using it. They're not using what is the other stuff? Like DirectX 12 is not even out yet officially, so they definitely not using that. They're not using it's some other stuff. Just like technology tools that they're not even using because they're not ready to use those. So the Xbox games won't be better until everything is getting used. they can't get used yet. People don't have time to use them. They crunching all their time to get these games to even ship. That's why CD Projekt pushed theirs back again, because they're not ready, not for next gen. But now they kind of gotta launch, because they've been they've been pushing back a long time, and still the next gen version is still not done for CD Projekt Red. They said sometimes next year because they need more time, and it makes sense. But all the developers that want to meet deadlines so they can just push these games forward and fix them later, they're getting tested, and optimization is key, and PlayStation is definitely more optimized right now. So yeah, that's just my take on this. So thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new. Xbox Series X has been running great for me. I mean, Digital Foundry found problems, but I can't say I found any besides what I said already. But yeah, that's it for me. I'll see y'all in the next video.